Hello, I'm Dan Williams, the Media Relations Director for the City of Cleveland, and this is the Bottom Line Up Front. In this edition of Bluff, I will discuss cold weather effects on pre-existing health issues and safety risks. Today is the third in our series on cold weather. This week's episode will examine what to look for concerning pre-existing health concerns and other safety risks during extremely cold weather. As the winter season approaches, there are many things you should watch in order to protect you and your family. If you have pre-existing medical problems, such as a heart disease, COPD, asthma, and diabetes, cold weather may put a strain on your heart. You should follow your doctor's advice about shoveling snow or other strenuous activity during the winter. Infants and the elderly are the most at risk for cold-related illnesses. Make sure to keep in touch with elderly or at-risk neighbors or relatives. Make sure they are safe and that their homes are adequately heated. Many injuries result from falls on ice-covered surfaces. Make sure to keep steps and walkways clean and free of ice. To assist in clearing and removing ice-covered surfaces where people walk outside, have copious quantities of rock salt at hand near entrances to your home or business so you can easily apply the salt where and when needed. Also, ensure that the smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors in your home are working properly. If your smoke detectors are battery operated and you have not changed the batteries in the past 24 months or do not remember when they were last changed, take a few minutes and change them now. Hypothermia is a dangerously low body temperature. A person who exhibits uncontrollable shivering initially that will decrease over time, memory loss, disorientation, slurred speech, incoherent, or drowsiness may be experiencing hypothermia. Hypothermia is a medical emergency that occurs when your body loses heat faster than it can produce heat, causing a dangerously low body temperature. Normal body temperature is around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Hypothermia occurs as your body temperature drops below 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Hypothermia is most likely to occur at very cold temperatures, but it can occur even at cool temperatures above 40 degrees Fahrenheit if a person becomes chilled from rain, sweat, or submersion in cold water. You should know that almost all cases of hypothermia and frostbite are preventable. If you must be outside, dress appropriately by wearing loose-fitting layers to provide overall body warmth, wearing a hat. Nearly 30% of your body heat can be lost due to cold exposure. Wearing a hat will greatly reduce heat loss to cold. Wearing a scarf. Whenever an opening to the cold exists, you will lose heat. Covering your neck helps reduce the loss of about 10% of your body's heat, and covering your mouth with a scarf will help protect your lungs from the elements. Wearing mittens. Mittens are preferred over gloves because they keep more heat on your extremities. Wearing boots will provide additional protection from the elements. Additionally, keep dry, change wet clothing frequently to prevent loss of body heat. Frostbite occurs when the skin and body tissue just beneath the skin freezes. There will be a loss of feeling and white or pale appearance to the fingers, toes, earlobes, face, and/or tip of the nose. If you suspect hypothermia or frostbite, call 911 immediately. If possible, protect the person from further exposure to the cold. Remove any wet clothing and warm the person without rubbing the affected areas. If you are driving and your automobile breaks down, hypothermia can set in quickly when sitting in a disabled automobile. Call for help immediately. And finally, don't forget about your pets. Bring them inside if at all possible. The bottom line, if you have pre-existing medical problems such as heart disease, COPD, asthma, and diabetes, the cold weather may put a strain on your heart. Many injuries result from falls on ice-covered surfaces. Make sure to keep steps and walkways clean and free of ice. You should follow your doctor's advice about shoveling snow or other strenuous work outside. Keep rock salt at hand by your entrances so you can easily apply the salt where and when needed. Keep in touch with elderly or at-risk neighbors, making sure they are safe and that their homes are adequately heated. Hypothermia happens when your body temperature drops below 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Know the symptoms, dress in layers, cover your head, wear mittens, cover your mouth, and protect your lungs. I'm Dan Williams, and this has been The Bottom Line Up Front.